Respect your parents, but sometimes you need to stand up firmly. If I stood up before my mother, I wouldn't have ended up with smugglers. Greetings, this is Gigi, and I would like to share a valuable lesson I have learned throughout my life: the importance of making your own decisions. When my father was alive, he was a very caring and loving parent, always looking out for me and ensuring I was happy. However, after his untimely death, my life turned upside down. On the other hand, my mother was the complete opposite of my father. She was dominant, overbearing, and did not care about my feelings. As a mere 6-year-old, I was suddenly thrust into a world where my mother had complete control over my life. She made all the decisions for me, from my clothes to the places I visited and the friends I made. She even dictated what I ate. I felt like I had no say in anything that happened to me and that someone else controlled my life. As I entered my teenage years, I believed that I would finally be able to break free from the suffocating control of my mother. I was excited about making decisions and living my life on my terms. However, my hopes were dashed when I realized my mother had become even more dominant and protective. She started monitoring my every move, checking my contacts, text messages, and social media activity. I couldn't believe my mother was invading my privacy this way. It made me feel suffocated and trapped, like I had no control over my life. I began questioning why she did this to me, leaving me confused and frustrated. One day after college, I returned home to find my mother having lunch with a man I had never met. Despite not knowing anything about him, something about him rubbed me the wrong way, and I immediately made my way to my room. However, my mother soon called me back to join them. As I approached, I noticed the man staring at me, making me uncomfortable and uneasy. My mother introduced him to me, and he continued to smile, though I still felt like something was off. Soon, he boasted about his wealth and material possessions, adding to my discomfort. After he left our home, I was ready to retreat to my room, but my mother stopped me. She revealed that she had picked him out for me and had already decided to arrange our marriage. Despite my reservations and unease, she asked me to date and became more comfortable with him. Despite my protests and objections, my mother's decision to arrange my marriage to the man she had picked out for me was final. Within a few short months, I found myself wedded to him. A man from a wealthy family, complete with a lavish home and multiple luxury cars. However, something about his family's business dealings made me uneasy. As time passed, my fears were confirmed when I learned that my husband and his family were involved in smuggling. This revelation made me even more desperate to escape from this situation, but my attempts were met with failure and only added to the misery of my life. To make matters worse, strict restrictions are imposed on me, and I feel like a prisoner in my home. I'm trapped in a situation I cannot control, which has left me hopeless and helpless. Who is to blame, my mother, or I, who surrendered before her?